How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another GTA Online Q&A. My name is Saintsfan, and today we're answering some good old questions from Twitter. And hopping us right in, we have Crypto Steve, and he asks, do you think a non-military C business DLC is possible? And I thought that was actually a super interesting question, because when we do always think of these DLC concepts, most of them are kind of militarized. Like, we all include crazy weaponized vehicles and all these crazy vehicles. And, you know, do I think it's possible that a non-weaponized DLC could work? Honestly, that's a tough one to answer. I'm gonna probably say no, only because, or one of the main reasons, because in GTA Online at the moment, it's just by its nature, by what Rockstar have put in, it's a war zone. It's already militarized, so you can't really go back. Because if they did add some sort of non-military or some sort of DLC that wasn't crazy weaponized, then a lot of that content would be kind of useless, because it wouldn't be able to compete with the weaponized stuff like the Oppressor Mark II and all these other crazy vehicles that shoot things and lock on to people. So that's kind of what I'm thinking regarding a non-military DLC. Now, regarding a C DLC non-military, I don't know exactly how that would work, to be perfectly honest, because there's only so many things you can do with boats, regular old boats. And I feel like you'd have to add some guns and some really cool, unique features to them to make them interesting. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's not possible. But if you guys want to debate that, then let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Noisy Gamer, do you think they will continue the story mode DLC, and what type of content would you like to see in the DLC? Starting with that second question, if they were to ever do some sort of story mode DLC for real, I think I'd rather play as a completely new character. Because we all know at the end of GTA 5, I mean, you have a choice between killing some of the main characters, and I feel like a DLC after that choice is made would be kind of awkward, depending on like what you've chosen. So just by removing the main characters and just having it be a new character, that would solve that issue. And I mean, as far as like a story about that, I don't have anything like off the top of my head. I mean, they could totally tie it in with all the alien stuff. I'd be down for some sort of alien DLC, but let's be honest, we're never getting a story DLC for GTA 5. The best we can hope for is that whatever our story mode ideas are, they're translated into online. I mean, that's what happened with the Doomsday DLC. That whole story somehow was supposed to be for single player. It was supposed to be for Michael, Franklin, Trevor, whoever. But because they scrapped all the single player stuff, they moved that into online. So that's sort of what we have going forward. Hoping things come to online, hoping some story DLC, some good story DLC comes to online. I think the Doomsday, while it was definitely over the top, I think that was a good starting point, and I would definitely like to see some more good stories in online. Pogo Gamer, do you think they will add hey, wasn't it in GTA 4 or San Andreas or something? It's possible. Never say never. Although it would most probably be futuristic if they were to add it now and shoot lasers or some weird thing. Martian, though, speaking of the Doomsday Heist, do you think we will ever see another update as big as the Doomsday Heist? And going off of what I just said, I really hope so. And it might not necessarily need to be heists. I mean, I think heists just bring such an awesome gameplay experience to GTA Online that it makes sense to do these giant DLCs as heists. Plus, I mean, heist. Saying that just gets you excited. But I would definitely love to see some more, and I think we might this year. It has been about a year and a half since that Doomsday Heist released, that DLC released, and since then we've gotten some decent sized DLCs, but nothing of that caliber. Even this past December's DLC, the Arena War, while that was, you know, pretty big, it really didn't have any sort of good story to it. And it just wasn't as fun. or like as exhilarating, if you want to call it that, as the Doomsday Heist. Like the Doomsday Heist, I'll never forget that stupid third mission. As hard as it was, when me and my friends actually completed that, that felt awesome. Because we're like, holy crap, like we just went through all this work. We just battled like the freaking hardest NPCs in any video game ever. And we completed this mission. Like that was pretty awesome. And I think we're going to see something along those lines, you know, something as big this year, maybe in December. The reason I say that is because Doomsday Heist DLCs, like a DLC of that size, doesn't come out of nowhere. Like it doesn't just get made in a couple of months. It's definitely something that takes a good while, and especially with Rockstar, like the development team working on Red Dead Online, like they had their hands full, and I can understand why maybe some certain GTA Online DLCs haven't been made and haven't been pushed out. But I think about 2 years, that gives them a good enough time to release something as big as that again. So my bet is this Christmas. And then the final question, the question of the day from Spade: how do you currently like the state of GTA Online? And I know there's going to be a lot of people that say, oh, GTA Online sucks right now. It's so boring, or it's so overpowered. Everything's unbalanced. And yeah, while some of that stuff is true, I will just put out there this one thought when I did see this question. Would you rather have the GTA Online we have now with like a crazy amount of stuff, even with all of its flaws, or just something as simple as like GTA 4's multiplayer? Like obviously there's a middle ground that could totally be met, but I'm just in this hypothetical. Like, would you rather just something that's like super simplistic, basically like when GTA Online first came out, just missions, some, you know, a couple of sports cars, a couple of supercars, and that's it? Or would you rather what we have now, where you can do whatever you want? You can be a CEO, MC, VIP. You could own a gun house. You can own a car workshop or warehouse. Like, you can basically do whatever you want. You can own a freaking yacht. It'll be interesting to see like what you guys decide, because you do just have to think about, as good as that simplistic idea sounds, that would definitely get boring a lot quicker. At least now in GTA Online, if you get bored of one thing, you can switch to another. But in that, you know, sort of simplistic idea, if you get bored of that one thing, well, that's the only thing that's there. So you kind of don't have anything else to do. And it's just an interesting thought I had. It's like, while I know a lot of people may not like the state of GTA Online at the moment, it definitely offers pretty much whatever you want. So that's my thoughts on the state. I know I never did give my actual thoughts on it, but that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna answer your question with my question. Anyways, thank you all for watching. It's gonna do it for this Q&A. Please drop it a like if you did, and enjoy, subscribe for more GTA Online content in the future. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one.